Morning, but get ready for some weekend warmth. Storm Team 4 breaking it all down for us. Good morning, everybody. Friday morning, it's October 3rd. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael LaRosa Adelle Caballero watching our roads and rails on this Friday. Storm Team 4's LaRosa here with today's weekend forecast.
Yes, the whole week has been pretty great. We're going to continue it through the weekend and, of course, off to a great start on this Friday, especially with the Yankees win. We love that. A beautiful view of Yankee Stadium right now. Temperature-wise, it is on the cool side. You still want that light jacket. In fact, Basking Ridge, you've dipped to 37 right now. Branchburg near 40. Newark coming in at 54 degrees. Fort Lee at 47. In the 40s from Levittown and Hempstead. Muttontown at 44 degrees with East Rockaway now at 51. So a lot of sunshine again today, a little bit warmer than yesterday. 60 degrees through 10 a.m. Light winds as well. By 3 p.m. 72. Our high today will be 73. It looks great for an early October Friday evening. Temperature still near 70 degrees through 6 o'clock before we start to feel that chill once the sun goes down. All right, coming up on 6:01 in just a little bit. Adele, how's it looking out there?
Pretty slow right now. Actually, we have delays and service changes with your FNQR and Staten Island Railway. And if you are heading out to the roads right now, we're still watching this crash here on the BQE westbound over by exit 39. That's for Queens Boulevard. You've got one lane closed off and delays are back past Northern Boulevard at this point. So we will be keeping a close eye on that, and we will keep you posted on it as well. Heading out to the George Washington Bridge, starting to see a few more cars trickle in here from the upper and lower level approaches. Give yourself about 10 extra minutes. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. In just a few hours. And now it is the morning after, Maria.
It's still beautiful.
Came quickly.
Yeah, we'll check in on the Bronx. 45 right now. You can see the brightening sky. LaGuardia looking good there in Queens. 58 degrees, and we're in the 50s from Brooklyn, Staten Island. You dipped into the 40s, but you can see where we're all headed. Summery temps for now. Big dips, though, coming up in the 10-day forecast.
Thanks so much. Still ahead, a gas station attacking.
Harlem River Drive heading northbound. We've got a crash right by the RFK Bridge. One lane is closed off. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got an update for you on that crash on the BQE. But here's a live look outside right now onto delays building here on the LIE westbound into Queens Boulevard. You're watching Today in New York.
Right now, definitely good to remind everybody, right, to get that registration in.
Absolutely, and nothing's getting your way weather-wise today or the next several. It's going to be a nice stretch here, and just a gorgeous view from EarthCam. I'll step outside there. That little bright spot toward the center of your screen. That's beautiful Venus. No surprise, our main headlines, weather headlines, haven't changed a whole lot. Still feeling summery heading into the weekend. Not looking at any rainfall until the middle of next week, and we are trending quite a bit cooler once that bit of rain moves on out of here. So yes, it is a beautiful start to the day, a little on the cool and crisp side, so grab the jacket. Fair skies as we look into Nassau County. We have JFK coming in at 56 degrees, a little warmer than yesterday by 5-10 degrees or so. We've got 73 for the high in the city today. White Plains as well, but pretty close to 70, or at least the low 70s across the board. But yes, we are bone dry. Got a drought update yesterday officially. Nothing has really changed in our area, but just kind of reinforcing what is really the case all across the region. Dry conditions and not really a ton of rain on the horizon. Now, when it comes to the fall foliage, you're starting to see that color change, but you also notice that those leaves are pretty stressed. So there's browning along with the regular changing of the colors. And so we're near even past peak here in portions of New England where the drought is especially tough. But even here, we're starting to see that peak color from the Poconos and the Catskills. Now, as far as the rain potential, we don't see much until the middle of next week. So that timing hasn't changed. We're dry between now and then as we warm up through the weekend into the 80s. There's the front sweeping through. By the way, also bringing some showers and a cool down to Toronto. If you're heading that way to check out the Yanks, that rain comes on through. Beyond that, we dry out again. So hopefully we can pick up at least 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch. That would be great. 73 degrees today, slightly above average. That sunset at 6:34. Should be a nice evening. Another cool start tomorrow if you've got some early games with the kids. 57 in the city, 30s and 40s to the north and west. We'll see 81 tomorrow afternoon. Showers move in and out on Wednesday, and then it's back to the 60s and morning lows back in the 40s. All right, 6:17. Adele, how are things moving along?
Pretty slow right now, at least on the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. We do have a crash mid-span that's taking out a lane, and delays have already trickled back into the Bronx. If you needed to make your way around this, head on over to the Throgs Neck Bridge instead. That's still a delay-free ride. Heading a little further down here, Bell Parkway westbound over by exit 9 for Knapp Street. One lane closed off for a crash, and bumper to bumper as you make make your way through the area there. Eastbound side is still a delay-free ride, though. BQE, we are seeing some slowdowns here westbound into Queens Boulevard, but it is looking like that crash has been cleared from the roadway. Still watch for those delays, though, heading back to about Northern Boulevard. And if you are heading out to the George Washington Bridge, you can expect to see about 15-minute delays. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thanks so much. 6:17.
Yankees classic story here. Good morning, everybody. 6:30 a.m. on this Friday. It's October 3rd. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is here looking at commuter alerts. Storm Team 4's LaRosa has the forecast. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's clear, cool, crisp once again. We'll start off where it's pretty cool. From Grantsville at 38 degrees, Chester 36 with Newburgh. You've dipped to the upper 30s as well. Mount Kisco at 40. Ozone Park, you're coming in at 52 with West Orange now at 44. Morristown 39 degrees, and we're at 55 now at Central Park. So a ton of sunshine again, just like yesterday, but a little bit warmer. We'll already be close to the high from yesterday by midday. By 1 o'clock, about 68 degrees. 73 will be the high this afternoon, a little bit above average. We stick with the clear, dry skies overnight, so it'll be another cool start to the day tomorrow with temps back into the 50s in the city. All right, coming up on 6:30 right now. Adele, what's the latest?
Latest is we are keeping a very close eye here on Ramsey, New Jersey. Main Street both ways is completely shut down from South Central Avenue out to Church Street. This is because of a crash involving a train and a person. As Maria noted, this is the only way really for trucks to get over the tracks. So this is going to definitely complicate the commute for many people this morning. We are working on getting a closer look onto that for you. We will keep you posted on it. And the Whitestone Bridge, courtesy of Chopper 4, we still have this crash heading into Queens. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you, Adele. 6:30 on this Friday morning, and in just a few hours, Sean Diddy Combs will learn just how much time he will spend behind bars. His defense team, just a short time ago, releasing the video that they plan to show the judge as they plead for leniency. Today in New York's Tracy Strahan's out. 6:39, Maria LaRosa is checking on the weather and the school day forecast.
Yes, if you can get a light jacket on the kiddos. Otherwise, it's going to be great for recess outside, and then, of course, any after-school activities. It's going to be warm again into the low 70s, and if you've got any evening plans, it looks fantastic. Summery through the weekend and dry, but I am updating the timing on that next round of rain in the 10-day forecast.
Thanks so much, Maria. Also ahead,
heading on to your crossings now. Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. We are still watching that crash, taking out 2 lanes at mid-span. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got an update for you on that crash on the Belt Parkway and that closure in Ramsey, New Jersey. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the Cross Bronx Expressway. We've got delays heading into the Bronx River Parkway. Darlene, Michael.
Thank you, Adele. And you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. We'll be right back.
Mr. October.
You got me.
All right. Hey, Maria.
Hi, guys. That's right. So much excitement. But Toronto weather is actually going to be mirroring pretty closely to what we're going to be going through temperature-wise, too. They're going to be pretty warm tomorrow, dry skies, but anticipating some rain early to midweek and that cool down as well. So that's our story in a nutshell. But this is a welcome rain. Of course, we've got the drought conditions that are not getting better here. And this will do a little bit of good, but looking at some of the totals, we could definitely use a lot more. But as far as getting out and about and traveling and apple picking, all the things that you may have planned for this weekend, it looks good. We have high pressure building in. The southerly flow takes over by the end of the weekend, and that really helps keep things toasty. A little bit more of the humidity, but still, again, rather comfortable. But there's that front with the showers in Toronto by Tuesday. For us, our time period will be Wednesday. Again, doesn't look overly heavy, but will go a long way to help at least a little bit. We're talking about maybe half an inch potentially as these showers roll on through. Again, mostly on Wednesday. We are also looking ahead to some nice fall weather, and whatever you've got going across the region, perhaps is checking out the start of the fall foliage here. We're definitely close to or past peak for a lot of areas in New England, and it's been tough because the drought's even worse there. So a lot of stressed leaves are starting to fall, and that will continue through the weekend. Now, as far as, again, the picture, it's gorgeous. Earth Cam showing this beautiful bright sky with that sunrise underway. We have 45 in Caldwell. Belrose, you're at 44 degrees. Fort Lee at 49. Headed up to just 73 degrees this afternoon, so warmer than yesterday by several degrees. Then tonight, down to 57 in the city. Still plenty of 40s north and west, so if you get some early games with the kids, definitely grab the jacket. 81 degrees, though, by the afternoon. Forget the jacket. It's short sleeves again, and you can keep that handy through at least Tuesday. By Wednesday, the front approaches, along with the showers. Temperatures start the dip. We'll be back to highs in the 60s to wrap up the week, and into next weekend, we get those chilly mornings back as well with lows in the 40s. All right, 6:48. Adele, what's the latest?
Latest is we are keeping a very close eye on Ramsey, New Jersey. Main Street is shut down both ways from South Central Avenue out to Church Street. This is because of a crash involving a train here. We have Chopper 4 Live giving us a closer look onto that. You can see the car that did hit the train there has been loaded up to the tow truck bed, so they are in the process of moving that out of the way, but really no word yet on how long accident investigation work will linger through the area. We also have debris here through the area, and as Maria mentioned or noted earlier, this is the main roadway for trucks to get over the tracks, so this is going to have a very big impact on the commute through the area there for residents. So we will keep you posted on that, and the FDR Drive both ways. The off-ramps are blocked with a crash to the Brooklyn Bridge. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. 6:49.
Everybody, thank you for streaming with us. It's Friday, October 3rd. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gordrew. Adelle Caballero is here tracking our roads and rails on this Friday. Storm before us, Maria LaRosa with a look at today's forecast. Boy, it looks nice outside right now.
I mean, Friday, early October, low 70s.
Yankees won.
Yankees won. I mean, what else? We need one of those Choco lattes.
I know.
The Choco Tacos. Choco Tacos.
The Choco Latte.
Choco Latte.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
All the things. We need all the things this morning. It really is nice. We have fair skies out there. As we take a look at the temperature trends, right, we're seeing that temperature turnaround today. Still a little bit cooler than yesterday for portions of the shore, but you can see north and west already those temperatures recovering. Had a bit of fog through central Jersey that is lifting out, so a lot of sunshine. Temperature-wise, a little warmer than yesterday. By 1 o'clock, 68 degrees if you're going to take lunch outside. 73 through 4 p.m. And again, even with all the evening activities and that sun setting pretty early, it'll be comfortably cool. Temperatures hold in the low 60s through 11 o'clock, and it will be a cool, crisp start to the day tomorrow. All right, I got to get an update on some of the big traffic news. Adele, what's the latest?
Right now, we are still keeping a very close eye here on Ramsey, New Jersey. It looks like we are actually having a train come through right now. Now, it has been shut down here on Main Street both ways between South Central Avenue and Church Street because of a crash involving a train and a vehicle. You can see it is moving out of the way there. We will continue to keep a close eye on this, though, and keep you posted there. On top of that, inbound Holland Tunnel, you do have a stalled truck causing about 40-minute delays, and we do have a crash on the Whitestone Bridge heading into Queens. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you. And happening to date. All right, and we'll check in with Maria LaRosa. Certainly important information we need to heed, right?
Oh, for sure. And we don't have any rain relief this week. And now with that said, it does feel pretty great outside. It's 73 today, in the 80s tomorrow and into Sunday. But I will be tracking that next chance for rainfall. And as I mentioned, it feels pretty good outside, especially if you're a Yankees fan and standing outside Yankee Stadium, or Gabi Acevedo is. And I'll tell you, Gabi, Toronto weather.
On to the roads here in Bergen County, Ramsey, New Jersey. Main Street completely shut down over by South Central Avenue because of a crash involving a train and a car. We're going to head outside right now to Chopper 4, giving us a closer look onto that coming up in a few minutes. We've got all the details you need to know. You're watching Today in New York.
All right, we'll check in with Maria to see what's happening.
And he can do it all, so we have complete and total faith. All right, well, you mentioned the game in Toronto yesterday. We're looking at really nice weather if you're staying close to home for a watch party, perhaps. Looking good and really looking nice here. In Toronto for tomorrow, that first pitch temperature, 75 degrees, 72 by the ninth inning. I know we have a retractable roof for that stadium, which may come in handy by Tuesday's game. We've got some showers on the way. So Toronto and New York, we're kind of mimicking the same type of weather on the way with that front. So yes, for us, not so much Tuesday, but more on Wednesday. And it's going to give us a little help as far as the much needed rainfall that we really desperately need at this point. Looking at potentially anywhere from maybe a quarter of an inch to half an inch, that would be great. But once this rain does move through, there really isn't much beyond that for several more days after. So we really could use it. High pressure for now is all that's on the map here, the eastern half of the U.S., including in Toronto. But there's the front. front, warming us up ahead of it. So by Tuesday, we're feeling a little bit more of that humidity, not terribly sticky, but with temperatures in the 80s, definitely continuing the summer feel. And then for us, by Wednesday, there are the showers. They come in, they come out, another high pressure builds in, but it is going to be much cooler again. So we drop to temperatures, which again, more in line with what is average for this time of year. And yeah, we're getting to those averages in the 60s. Now, as far as the drought conditions, yes, we could use some rain, really needed in through New England where it's pretty bad. But if you are checking out the fall foliage in New England, do it soon. We're close to or past peak in some spots. And because it is so dry, taking a little stress with some of the color. Getting a peek of some of that color in the Bronx right now. 63 through 11 a.m. We'll hit 73 by 4 o'clock. Lots of sunshine. Another cool start to the day tomorrow, but then it's more of the summer feel through at least Tuesday. Wednesday, that's the front. Temperatures go from the 70s to the 60s, and we get those chilly mornings back as well. After a few mornings in the 60s, it's back to lows in the 40s in the city. All right, it has been a tough morning in some spots. Adele, what's the latest?
Yeah, definitely a tough morning, but we do have some good news here. Actually, Main Street has reopened right now in Ramsey, New Jersey. We were keeping a close eye on it. There was a very serious crash with a train and another car. So as you can see here, it looks like police department activity for the most part has cleared out. We've been seeing trains coming through as well and cars moving through the area. So you will be good to go for that morning commute. FDR Drive both ways. Off ramps are still blocked to exit 2 into the Brooklyn Bridge. Expect to see a tight ride both ways through the area. Bell Parkway westbound heading into exit 9 for Knapp Street. We do have an ongoing crash taking out a lane. That's all for now. Back to you, Darlene and Michael.
All right, Adele, thanks so much.